The EMA's New Year's question is one of the longest ongoing trackings in Austria, which is conducted since 1972. Since the first measurement, a representative survey investigates the mood of the Austrian population. The simple but far-reaching question whether one sees the next year with optimism, skeptics, or even fear shows the state of mind of the Austrian nation. The outlook for the year 2010 showed that half of the population is again optimistic. On the other hand, 27% were skeptic and an additional 18% even report fear when asked for their outlook for the year of 2010. These two add up to 45%, and with this the optimistic are again the larger part than those having fear or skeptic. I say again because the number of optimistics has been diminishing largely in account to the financial crisis during the last year. When looking at the optimism for the last 5 years in the trend, it shows that the exact same value for 2006 was given as now was again reached for 2010. 2007 shows with 57% then the third highest optimism value since the beginning of the measurement. And even in 2008, the decrease was only marginal, despite the fact that first signs of the financial crisis were already seen and showed up at the horizon. The optimism rate stayed at 53%. It was only the year 2009, which then be named as the year of the crisis, where a fatal loss of the optimism was recorded. The value of 34% is actually among the lowest of all times, bottomed only during the first and the second oil crisis. The long-term trend reveals the reasons which bring Austrians away from their optimism. Starting with the first and the second oil crisis, as already mentioned, at the beginning of the 70s and 80s of the last century, followed by the large governmental savings act in the 90s, the terrorist attack on the World Trade Center and the resulting war on terror at the beginning of this century, and, as mentioned, the current financial crisis. High hopes, however, can be found in the strong and fast recovery of the optimism for 2010.